Yo, what's up my race fans? Welcome back to the PT Target Cup Series for Race 4 here at Kansas Speedway.
As we are halfway through the regular season, the playoffs are around the corner. Some of these racers seriously need a good race if they want a chance at the playoffs and potentially win the season championship.
This race will have 45 laps with 3 stages of 15 laps each. Here's the starting grid.
On the pole we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. who will be starting next to Jamie McMurray.
In row 2 has Sam Hornish Jr. and Juan Pablo Montoya, both needing good races in order to make the playoffs after race 7.
Row 3 has Clint Bowyer and Greg Biffle. While both of them don't have wins, they have the potential to lock themselves into the playoffs on points.
Row 4 has Daytona winner Kurt Busch, who needs a good race today as he starts next to Matt Kenseth.
Row 5 has Elliott Sadler and Tony Stewart.
Row 6 has Ryan Newman and Echo Park race winner Carl Edwards.
And rounding out the field are AJ Allmendinger and Kyle Busch, who was disqualified in practice. Now we will let DW start off the RockStar Energy 300.
Flags in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing, boys.
As we just barely begun the race, Elliott Sadler has made his way to second. He's off to an excellent start to the race.
Now it looks like Hornish will take the lead, but he moves to the outside, which will shuffle him back to 4th.
And now the 43, who started in the rear of the field, will now take the lead.
It's only been 2 laps already and we're seeing changes in not only the lead but in positions as well.
It appears being on the inside lane is more favorable in order to gain track position, as the outside lane will drag you back at least 3 or 4 positions. But remember, announcer, this is a 3-stage race and there are racers who need these bonus points in order to move up in points.
For example, Juan Pablo Montoya, who is currently 9th in the point standings, needs at least 2 races where he at least finishes in the top 5 or win one of the next 3 races in order to move up in points.
The same can be said for Tony Stewart, who is 8th in points, as he too is in the same boat as the 42. Both racers need at least a win or good finishes within these next 3 races, as the playoffs are right around the corner.
Consistency will be needed for both of those two. But don't forget that Kurt Busch, who is 7th in the point standings, may not be able to hold on to that for much longer if he wrecks out within the next 2 races. There's the possibility he won't make it to the playoffs at all.
While he had a strong start to the season by winning the Daytona race, he's been involved in 2 wrecks that knock him out of contention to potentially score another win.
But we can't forget the rival of the 42 of Montoya, Ryan Newman. Although he almost won the Echo Park race, but don't count him out yet. He has the potential to score a win to lock himself into the playoffs.
Speaking of being locked into the playoffs, whoever is points leader after race 5, the driver leading the points standings clinches a spot in the playoffs. Then after race 6, the next 3 highest drivers in the points standings who have not already clinched also qualify. After race 7, the final 3 highest drivers in the points standings who have not already clinched qualify for the playoffs.
So yeah, that's basically how the system works. Steve came up with it and it's not bad.
Anyways, it looks like we have nothing else to discuss as of right now. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we see the 43 of Allmendinger still in the lead.
But as they approach turn 3, Montoya is going to move to the inside to try and take the lead.
But will the 42 have enough speed to take the lead off if turns 3 and 4?
Five laps left to go in stage 1 as the 42 still holds the inside to see if he can pass Allmendinger.
And the 42 does it. He's going to take the lead coming off turn 2.
Here comes his rival Newman approaching just 2 car lengths back.
The 39 is fast approaching as he moves up to third now.
The 42 is going to move to the outside as he enters turn 4.
And now he moves back down to the inside to block the 39 from attempting to take the lead.
But my real question is, how long can Montoya stay in the lead?
And my answer for your question is that he's most likely not for long, as the 39 is still chasing that 42 down with the 43 to Newman's outside.
But then again, anything can happen in the last 4 laps of a stage in any race. Even the last few laps, anything can happen.
With 3 laps left to go in stage 1, as it seems like the 42 might actually win the stage if he holds the lead.
It's not gonna last for long, as both the 39 and 43 both pass the 42, who's gonna drop down to 4th as they exit turn 2.
And now the 39 is in the lead. He's taken the lead from the 42.
And they go 4 wide heading into turn 3.
And now the 77 of Hornish will take the lead, but he doesn't hold it long as Allmendinger steals the lead.
Now Hornish is going to chase the 43 down for the lead. Wow, this is basically what happened in the Echo Park race, but it's not between Newman and Montoya this time.
As we are on the final lap of stage 1, Hornish pushes Kurt Busch up to the lead and passes Allmendinger.
This could be the redemption Kurt Busch needs in order to potentially make the playoffs.
And Hornish is going to take the lead from Kurt Busch as they go 3 wide for the lead.
Kurt Busch is trying to catch up, but to absolutely no avail as Sam Hornish Jr. wins stage 1.
We will now begin stage 2 with Kurt Busch and Sam Hornish Jr. leading the field to the start of stage 2.
They're going 3 wide and we barely just started the second stage.
Now it appears they are about to go 4 wide to try and get to the front of the current leaders.
And now here comes Newman to take the lead from the 18.
And now the 39 moves to the outside lane, which is most likely going to give someone else the chance to snatch the lead.
And that someone is going to be Jamie McMurray.
But he's not going to hold it for long, as the 43 of Allmendinger is going to make a move to take the lead. Now Kurt Busch is going to make a move to try and take the lead.
The 43 makes contact and gets him loose a bit, which results in the 18 now taking the lead from his brother.
It's seriously been a full-blown fight between the Busch brothers and the 43 of Allmendinger for the lead, as all three of those racers that have taken the lead thus far in this stage.
It's a 2v1 rivalry for sure, as all three of them have been duking it out for the lead in just the first 5 laps of stage 2.
It's just like how Newman and Montoya duked it out at the Texas and Echo Park races.
But except this one between the Busch brothers and Allmendinger is gonna get ugly, unlike the rivalry between the 39 and 42.
Speaking of the 39, he's going to use the inside lane to his advantage, as he and Greg Biffle leave the two of Kurt Busch in third.
Now Newman moves to the outside as Biffle gains speed to take the lead.
Allmendinger gets loses and hits Kurt Busch.
Caution is out as more racers pile in.
Wow, now that's a big one.
That's a lot of racers involved.
We're going to watch the replay and racer POVs. Based on what we can see right here, the 43 either gets loose or blows a tire and hits Kurt Busch.
Then from there, multiple racers who try and find ways around the ensuing carnage either get collected or have to shove their way out.
Don't forget the fact that Elliott Sadler, Dale Jr. and Allmendinger went airborne and flipped as well.
Just when I thought AJ Allmendinger and Kurt Busch couldn't stay out of getting involved in wrecks.
Well, we might as well look at what the racers saw based on their POVs. There's a lot, so bear with us. The racers who are out of the race and those who are cleared to keep racing.
Biffle and Newman will lead the field off to the restart on lap 24.
Looks like some racers are using the inside lane as they are 3 wide in order to gain more speed.
Now Montoya is trying to see if he can pass the 99 of Edwards.
But don't forget the 33 of Boyer, who's fast approaching to the lead.
As we have 3 laps left to go, Boyer quickly takes the lead from Montoya.
Now the 33 moves to the outside lane as he thinks he can still hold his lead.
But as we've seen so far in this race, moving to the outside lane can drag someone back at least 4 positions.
Now it looks like McMurray is going to take the lead.
I don't think he can hold it for long.
And now McMurray gets loose as he enters turn 1, but he saves it. Final lap in stage 2. The question I have is, could Carl Edwards win the stage?
Now here comes the 33 who makes the pass as they enter turn 1.
Could either Edwards or Buffel make an attempt to pass the 33?
Or will Boyer win the stage?
The 33 now moves to the inside lane. Edwards tries to use the outside to his advantage to try and pass both the 33 and 16, but it's not gonna be enough as Clint Boyer wins stage 2. We will now start the final stage of the race. This stage will determine the winner of this race.
Both Clint Boyer and Carl Edwards are gonna lead the field off to the start.
Edwards gives Boyer a slight bump, which moves the 33 to the outside, and it's gonna give the 99 a chance to pass him.
But does Edwards have enough speed to pass Boyer?
And now Edwards has passed Boyer, but it's now got the 42's attention to try and get past both the 33 and 99.
Boyer makes it 3 wide as Montoya passes Edwards for the lead.
Now here comes Tony Stewart from the inside lane as he tries to make his move to pass the 42, and keep in mind, both of these racers need a good race in order to score enough points to lock themselves into the playoffs.
The 42 is trying to hold that outside lane with what he can do, but the 14 has the faster lane and could pass the 42 for the lead.
And the 14 successfully passes the 42 for the lead, but wait, The 42 hasn't given up yet.
Now Montoya is gonna chase down the 14 like how he had chased down Newman back at the Texas race.
Now Boyer has made it 3 wide and he's gonna take the lead back. The 33 moves to the outside as Stewart takes the lead.
And around goes Carl Edwards off of Greg Biffle and into Juan Pablo Montoya.
The caution will come out, damn, and the 42 was having a good race too.
As we can see by watching this replay, the 99 of Edwards makes slight contact with Greg Biffle, gets loose, hits the 42 who gets sent into the catch fence and then barrel rolls back onto the track and hitting Kenseth.
Both the 42 and 17 are out of the race as this is the second DNF for Montoya and the 4th straight consecutive DNF for the 17 of Kenseth.
We will restart on lap 37. If there is one more wreck, the race will automatically go to a green-white checkered.
With 8 laps left to go in this race, almost anything can happen here in the final few laps, like another last lap crash like what happened at Texas like a race or two ago, or someone makes an unexpected last lap pass to get the win.
Five laps left to go as Tony Stewart takes the lead from Boyer.
The question is who's gonna win this race?
I think it would most likely come down to either Greg Biffle, Clint Boyer or Tony Stewart. Either one of those three has the highest chance at winning right now.
I'd say either Boyer or Stewart, but then again, there's only just 5 laps to go. Will Boyer or Biffle attempt to make a move for the lead?
Looks like the 16 is gonna close in on Stewart to take the lead.
But it looks like he's not gonna take being passed very lightly as Stewart now chases Biffle for the lead.
Looks like Stewart's been put in the same position as he did to Juan Pablo Montoya a few laps ago.
He's still fighting to catch Biffle and take the lead from him.
It looks like it's gonna be a fight for the lead between all three of these racers.
Two laps to go and Tony Stewart has now fallen back to third.
And now all three of them have gone single file.
Stewart gives Boyer the bump and run.
Now the 14 heads to the inside lane but Biffle blocks him.
Now the 16 moves up and gives the 14 the opportunity to get the lead.
Let's see how this plays out for the leaders as we are now on the final lap.
As they come off turns 3 and 4, Biffle moves to the inside as Stewart is being pushed by the 33 of Boyer.
But however it will not be enough as Tony Stewart is your winner of the RockStar Energy 300 here at Kansas.
Wow, that race was one of a kind. We had a big one with a total of 9 races involved and we had a racer in the catch fence.
Here are the point standings and race results.